today's edition of our Head Talk, our daily Head Talk, which we started as of last 2 days, if I'm not mistaken. Today is the tree, and you are specially welcome. Specially welcome. In case you're new to this channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Please hit the subscribe button. You can help us and do it right now. You will really appreciate us for that. Please hit the subscribe button right now so that you will always be notified whenever we post any of our videos, most especially when you turn on your notification bell. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget, please, to share the link of this video to your friends so they will be part of what we are doing over here at Manifestation TV. Just like you know, our comment section is open. Please, let's hear your take in the topics we are discussing so far. So today we are talking about these are the lies that I've told you as regarding HIV. So basically, we are looking at some things that people know or believe to be true as regarding HIV that is actually not true. Okay, so there are many of them. Our discussion today may not be exhaustive, but then we will try as much as possible to capture the much we can. The first thing that some persons believe, it is actually quite unfortunate that in this enlightened time, in this enlightened era, some persons still believe that HIV is curable. You know, would I say a lie from the pit? Let me not say from the pit of hell, but then as of today, HIV is not curable. You know, this is not to make you feel bad in case you have HIV, but then so that you be responsible in taking care of yourself. Yes, HIV as of today is the 11th of October 2024. As of today, HIV is not curable. You know that scientists, pharmacists, researches are going on as regarding drugs that will cure this infection. Many drugs, though, may have been found to have something like cures HIV, but then most of them are still under clinical trial. So as of today, HIV is not curable. You only got to manage it, and then you manage it very well. HIV is not curable as of today. So many persons who have seen people that die not because of the HIV, but because of this might, because of this lie that they tell them that HIV is curable, and then they take them to whichever place that they take them to, and then when they need to manage them, it comes to a point where they cannot manage them again. When they return back to the clinic, you realize that this person's vital organs has been damaged, the disease has progressed, and then we are finding it difficult to fully manage them and sustain them alive. So you need to know, in case you have HIV, just know that it is not curable as of today. It is not curable. Nevertheless, there are things contained in plants, in food. You can actually live to a great extent, on dieting with this disease without it showing. But let me not talk about that so that people will not misuse this, because that is actually expensive to do that. But then you just know that in all those things, it's just management. HIV as of today is not curable. So second lie that people might have been fed with is HIV is a death sentence. You need to know that HIV is not a death sentence. Before now, HIV used to be a death sentence. I know then when I was in primary school, when you hear about HIV, they call it Oyamyon. Those days, HIV, if somebody has HIV, that person is just, death is the next option. But as of today, HIV as of today is not a death sentence, and the world is keep evolving and developing. And in the nearest future, it may not be too far, we'll have drugs that will definitely take care of this sickness permanently. We are hopeful for that. So you need to know that HIV is not a death sentence. As long as you are on your drug, as long as you are taking your ARV, you'll be fine very well. HIV, I can say it again, is no longer a death sentence. There are many persons that have this HIV and they are bold to let the world know that they have this HIV and nothing happens. They live their normal life, they go about their normal businesses, they do things that other persons do. Some of them live even better than people that are without HIV. So as of today, HIV is not a death sentence. So this is to encourage you in case you have this infection called HIV. This is not just a mere talk. It's not an emotional talk. It's scientific fact I'm giving you. HIV is not a death sentence. As long as you comply with us, as regarding how to take your drugs and be faithful to your drug, you will realize that you will live fine till whenever it is the will of God to take you. You live fine, not just fine, you live well. You live long and you live well. So HIV is not a death sentence. So debunk that idea, that feeling that maybe you have HIV, you're thinking probably you will die young. No, HIV is not a death sentence. I've done a video on this channel where I talk about can I live long as a HIV patient. So you can actually go through that video and learn one or two things. So you need to know that HIV is not a death sentence. And one of the lies people also say, I was in a place, quite unfortunate, it was in our clinic, and the patient was one saying it that how he got HIV is actually mysterious, that he got it through drink. It was actually laughable. I was virtually the only persons in the person around in the pharmacy. I know had my other had about this, you would have, probably maybe make a joke of the patient. I wanted the patient not to feel so bad. I kept quiet and not saying anything. When my colleagues came, I was sharing with them. Oh, the boss started laughing. It was actually laughable. So people who will say, it was injected in my drink. I was drinking with my friends, go out to ease myself, and then I came back. You cannot, I use the word cannot, you cannot get HIV through drink. Cannot, even if somebody pour his blood inside your drink, inside your water, just know you cannot, you can never get it through drink. HIV, the virus doesn't survive outside the host, it doesn't survive when exposed, within seconds, the virus is late. So you need to know that you can't get it through drink. You can't also get HIV through sharing of personal, belongings that are not sharp. Because you've seen a high level of discrimination among people living with HIV. Someone has HIV, and then people that used to share some things with them, spoon, no longer shares with them. Some personal belongings they no longer share with them. So you need to understand that these things, HIV, it's only transmitted through blood, through blood. So you need to know that, and you need to also know that HIV, even doesn't blood, when exposed, you see that it becomes unable to transmit, it becomes untransmittable. So you need to know that HIV too is not transmitted by a hug. People have HIV, people are running away from them because they think, if I hug this person will give HIV. No, HIV is not transmitted through hug. To a great extent, HIV is not transmitted through kissing. For the married people, so to say, it's not transmitted through kissing. I said to you, there is a wound, in your mouth, then there's also a wound in the other person's mouth. So as long as there is no contact, it's not transmittable. So these things are important that we know some of these truths, some of these basic truths as regarding HIV, so that we can have a peaceful environment and stop the discrimination among these categories of people with HIV. So you don't transmit it through this way. There are several other ways. Okay, you don't transmit HIV because you eat with somebody with HIV. So why are you afraid of to eat somebody with HIV? You can't even get it because you ate a food from somebody that cooked by somebody with HIV. You don't get it through that means. You don't get HIV, by sitting close to somebody that has HIV. You don't get HIV by maybe the sweat of the person that has HIV, rubbing off in your body. There's a patient that came to our clinic and and he said he got a job overseas. What was the job? To be a cook, a restaurant job. And then I was asking him, okay, hope those persons are away. He told them that she is positive. I mean, she told them that she is positive, and they said there's no issue that she can actually come. So it's in this part of the world that a lot of discriminations have been done in this particular group of persons with HIV. So you need to know, even if somebody with HIV cooks food for you, you don't get it through. That means this is basically for some persons. Maybe your wife is positive or you're negative. Don't be afraid to eat her food. Even if you pour blood inside that food cooked, you will still eat that food and not get HIV. So I'm not saying you should go about cooking blood but then if you do, people will not still get it through that means. Okay, some people will say you will not live long as a HIV patient. I think I've touched this one when I'm talking about that it's not a death sentence. So you can live long as God has ordained for you to live on earth, even as a HIV patient. As long, look at the condition, as long as you're taking your drugs, and HIV drugs, I need to say it at this moment, for the tablet that we are using at the moment, I think in some part of the world, they are still doing injection once in 3 months or once in 6 months or thereabouts. But in this part of the world, we give tablets to our patients, and these tablets are daily drugs, on a daily basis, and it works with time. So as long as you are faithful to your drug, taking it the way you are instructed to take by the health practitioners, you will be fine. You will be fine. You live long, you live well, till when the Lord decides to take you home. So, okay, some person will say, you see somebody that will say, I'm a virgin yet I have HIV. You see some person begin to laugh at them. Can you say you're a virgin, then you say you have HIV? Some persons believe that unless you're promiscuous, you cannot come down with HIV. You need to know that many innocent people are living with HIV today that never slept with anybody. How can you uh, justify the fact that a 2-year-old child has slept with somebody? How can you justify that a 1-year child, is with HIV, a 3-month child, has HIV has slept with somebody? So you need to know that there are virgins in their 20s, even in their 30s, probably because they're not got married, that have HIV, but are still living, whether male or female. Yes, you need to understand that there is maternal transmission. It can be transmitted through mother to the child. Either during while still like during delivery, during breast milk, during labor, can be transmitted, especially if the woman is not suppressed. Yes, if the woman is not suppressed, these things are possible. Even when the woman is not suppressed, these things can still be managed if the people, like the health professionals in charge of that delivery, are aware, especially on time during antenatals and all that. So you need to know that there are congenital transmission. If I use the word congenital, it may look as if it is maybe it can be transmitted through mother to child transmission. Yes, mother to child transmission. That is the best word to use. So you need to know that there are persons that are virgin, haven't known any man, neither do they know any woman for guys, but these ones are with HIV. I saw a child, I think it was yesterday. He came to pick his drugs. A child of how many years? So how are you doing? It's fine. I know that probably he doesn't know why he's taking this drug, but then this one is innocent, yet he has this HIV. In case you are among this category of persons, it is quite unfortunate, but then I want to encourage you, please manage your health. Yes, be responsible in taking care of your health. Forgive your parents, forgive however way you got it, but please, what we're interested is that you live fine. Yes, forget about discrimination. It is your life and it is your health. Please take good care of your health so you will live long and enjoy the benefits of that life has to offer you. So a virgin can still be with this infection called HIV. So you can't marry someone with HIV. without HIV, when you're positive, this is another lie. People tell you, how can you marry somebody that doesn't have this HIV? You will transmit it to the person. No. As long as you're doing well on your drug, that's what we used to say. Undetectable is equal to untransmittable. So as long as you're doing very well and you are virally suppressed to the point of undetectable, you will not transmit it. So you will stay with the person you've married that is negative to the drug, have sex with the person with or without protection for as number of years you wish to do so without transmitting that infection to the person. So you can marry somebody that doesn't have HIV, even when you have HIV, and as long as two of you stays, have sex as much as possible to have in marriage, you will not still transmit it to the person, your children too, because that's another one I want to talk about now. As a positive person, people will tell you as a positive person, your children or your children will have HIV. It is not true. As long as you that is positive is doing well on the drug, virally unsuppressed, I can even say you cannot transmit it to your children. As long as you are doing well on your drug, your children, as many as you want to give, will be safe. We are doing health talk one day, and then we were just talking about those things. And one person began to share a testimony that his brother married a lady with HIV, and they have given birth to all the children, and none of them positive. None of them is positive, including the husband. It's not positive too. This thing is not just a story. These things are facts. As long as you're doing well on your drug, you will not transmit it to your wife. Your children will not still come down with it. If you're a woman, having it, you will not transmit to your husband. Your children too will not get it from you. So the responsibility lies on you. Taking your drugs very well. The way you are told to take the drug. So you cannot transmit it to your negative, partner, and your children will not get the infection as long as you are careful to take your drugs the way you're supposed to take it. So you cannot live to optimum as a HIV positive patient. This is another lie. I mean, probably stop here because I don't want this to progress to be longer than this. Okay, but this is another lie. We have people in different walks of life that are HIV positive and they're doing very well. Have doctors that are HIV positive, have nurses HIV positive, have lawyers, HIV positive. We have pharmacists HIV positive. We have engineers HIV positive. We have clergymen HIV positive, clergywomen HIV positive. HIV is distributed, across all the field of life that we have on this planet because anybody can be unfortunate to get HIV. So you need to know that you will live your life to optimum, do whatever thing you want to do, grow in whatever field of life you have undertaken, prosper very well even while taking this drug. There are many politicians that are HIV positive and you will never know because they are so careful and they are responsible. They're taking their drug responsibly. So you need to know that as a HIV positive person, maybe you are listening to me and then you are still very young and you probably got this from your parents and you are bothered whether you will amount to anything even with this sickness. Please, I want you to know that you are fine as long as you're taking your drugs. You can achieve anything you set your mind to achieve as long as you are responsible taking your drug. Thank you so much for being with us through to this point. If you have listened to me carefully, I've repeatedly mentioned the sentence, as long as you're doing well on your drugs. I want you to know that your survivor, if I may say, you are living very well as a patient, that with HIV is dependent on your ability to be faithful to your drug in terms of the dose, faithful to your drug in terms of the frequency, how you are told to take it, faithful to your drugs in terms of the timing. HIV drug works with time. If you're taking it in the morning by 2 a.m., for example, it should be 2 a.m. every day. at 2 a.m. every day. I'm just using an instance. I'm not saying you must or you should take it by 2 a.m., but I'm just telling you that there need to be consistency in the time. So if you do all those things, take enough water, taking it just, I will still talk about, something that will help you to get virus suppressed, maybe in the course of our daily health tips. So, but if you obey all the rules that we give to you, probably at the point of initiating into HIV into ART, you will be fine. So basically, what are we talking about? There are basically nothing to worry about. Some of the things you had, you need to just get them off your mind because most of them are not true. So thank you so much for following us through to this point. In case you're not subscribed to this channel, you're not doing us any good. Please hit the subscribe button, comment, like, share, and let the people know about Manifestation TV. Don't forget, tomorrow we are releasing our first movie on this channel, The Careless Anointed Pastor. It's a movie with HIV, lessons and moral lessons too. So you would not wish to miss watching that movie. Get ready to help us share the link of that video to your friends and other platform. Please, we want to get traffic tomorrow, and we know that you will cooperate with us to do this. Thank you so much, and see you tomorrow as we still continue our day 4 of our daily health tip in addition to the movie we will be releasing tomorrow. God bless you, and see you tomorrow. Thank you for being with us through to the end.